What if I told you that the world's richest person has more money than the entire GDP of most countries? We're talking about fortunes so massive they could literally buy small nations. In the next 10 minutes, we're counting down the top 10 richest people on planet Earth right now. And trust me, these numbers will absolutely blow your mind. From tech moguls who revolutionized how we live, to luxury kings who dress the world's elite, these billionaires have accumulated wealth that's almost impossible to comprehend. We're talking about people who make more money in a single day than most of us will see in our entire lifetimes. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into the world of ultimate wealth and power. But first, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because you definitely don't want to miss our weekly billionaire updates. Let's jump right in with number 10. Coming in at number 10, we have Sergey Brin with a staggering net worth of approximately $137 billion. You know, that little search bar you use dozens of times every day. Well, Sergey co-founded Google back in 1996, while he was just a PhD student at Stanford. Born in Moscow and immigrating to the US as a child, Brin literally helped organize the world's information, and that made him insanely rich. But here's what's wild. Brin isn't just sitting on his fortune. He's pouring billions into Alphabet's moonshot projects like self-driving cars and life extension research. The guy is literally trying to solve aging. And get this, he still codes occasionally and has been spotted riding Google's campus bikes to meetings. Talk about staying humble with a $137 billion bank account, but wait until you see who's at number 9. At number 9, we've got the most energetic billionaire on the planet, Steve Ballmer, worth around $142 billion. Remember those crazy Microsoft presentations from the 2000s with that guy jumping around screaming developers, developers, developers? Yeah, that's our guy. Ballmer joined Microsoft in 1980 as employee number 30 and eventually became CEO, turning the company into the software giant we know today. But here's the fun part. In 2014, he bought the LA Clippers basketball team for $2 billion, which was a record price at the time. And this guy brings that same Microsoft energy to courtside. He's literally the most enthusiastic owner in the NBA. Plus, he's one of the few billionaires who made his fortune entirely through being an employee, not a founder. Sometimes it pays to be employee number 30. Now let's see who's dominating at number 8. Number 8 brings us Larry Page with a mind-blowing $149 billion net worth. Larry is Sergey Brin's co-founder and the mastermind behind Google's PageRank algorithm, basically the secret sauce that made Google searches way better than everyone else's. But what makes Larry fascinating is that he's obsessed with the future of transportation. This guy has been quietly funding flying car companies for years. His company Kitty Hawk has been developing personal aircraft, and he's convinced that we'll all be flying to work someday. And get this, Page is so private that he barely gives interviews. But when he does speak, it's usually about how technology should solve humanity's biggest problems. With $149 billion, he's definitely got the resources to make it happen. But our number 7 spot belongs to someone who's changing how the world shops. At number 7, it's Jeff Bezos, with an astronomical $183 billion fortune. The man who started selling books from his garage and turned it into Amazon, the everything store that basically runs the internet. Bezos didn't just create online shopping, he revolutionized how we think about retail, cloud computing, and logistics. But here's what's crazy. After stepping down as Amazon CEO, Bezos is literally reaching for the stars. His space company Blue Origin is developing rockets to make space tourism affordable. He's also the proud owner of the Washington Post and has the most expensive divorce settlement in history. $38 billion to his ex-wife Mackenzie, and his new super yacht. It's so big, it needs its own support yacht just to carry the helicopter. When you have $183 billion, why not go big? Number 6 will surprise you with where their fortune comes from. Coming in at number 6, we have the OG tech billionaire, Bill Gates, worth approximately $186 billion. Gates literally put a computer on every desk and in every home with Microsoft Windows. But here's what's incredible. He's actually given away over $50 billion through his foundation. If he hadn't been so generous, he'd probably still be number 1 on this list. The Gates Foundation is tackling malaria, improving education, and working to eliminate diseases that affect the world's poorest people. But don't think he's slowing down. Gates is obsessed with climate change solutions and is investing billions in next-generation, nuclear power, and sustainable agriculture. Fun fact, Bill Gates is now the largest private farmland owner in America, owning over 240,000 acres. He's literally farming his way to feeding the world while fighting climate change. Only Bill Gates would think that big. But wait until you see the luxury empire that landed someone at number 5. Number 5 is Bernard Arnault with a luxurious $196 billion net worth. Meet the king of luxury. Arnault owns LVMH, which controls Louis Vuitton, Moet, and Chandon Hennessy, Christian Dior, and dozens of other ultra-premium brands. If you've ever dreamed of owning a Louis Vuitton bag or sipping Dom Perignon, you're contributing to this man's fortune. But here's what's fascinating. Arnault is also one of the world's biggest art collectors and has spent billions on masterpieces. He's building a private museum in Paris that will house his collection, and his personal art is worth more than most countries' national treasures. And get this, LVMH's growth has been insane. Luxury goods are basically recession-proof because wealthy people keep buying expensive things no matter what. Bernard proved that making rich people feel even more special is a billion-dollar business model. Our top 4 is where things get absolutely insane. At number 4, we have the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett, sitting pretty with $218 billion. Buffett is literally the greatest investor of all time. While everyone else was getting rich from tech startups, Buffett built his fortune the old-fashioned way by buying great companies and holding them forever. His company, Berkshire Hathaway, owns pieces of Apple, Coca-Cola, and hundreds of other businesses. But here's what makes Warren incredible. He still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. The man worth over $200 billion drives himself to work, eats McDonald's for breakfast, and drinks about 5 Cokes a day. Talk about staying humble. And just like Bill Gates, Buffett is giving away 99% of his wealth to charity. He's already donated over $55 billion and promises to give away everything before he dies. The guy literally wrote the book on how to get rich and how to give it all away. Now we're entering the top 3, and these numbers are absolutely bonkers. Number 3 is Mark Zuckerberg with an absolutely staggering $261 billion. The guy who started Facebook in his Harvard dorm room now controls how 3 billion people connect with each other. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. If you've used any of these, you've helped build Zuck's empire. But here's where it gets wild. Zuckerberg is betting everything on the metaverse. He's spending tens of billions trying to build virtual worlds where we'll all work, play, and socialize. Some people think he's crazy, but with $261 billion, he can afford to take massive risks. Fun fact, Zuck has been learning mixed martial arts and recently completed his first triathlon. The man who connected the world is now focusing on connecting with his physical self. Plus, his Hawaiian estate is so private, it makes other billionaire compounds look like public parks. But our top 2 will absolutely blow your mind. At number 2, we have Larry Ellison with an absolutely mind-blowing $363 billion. Ellison built Oracle into the world's second-largest software company. But here's what's insane. His wealth has exploded recently because Oracle's AI and cloud services are powering the artificial intelligence revolution. Every AI company needs massive databases, and guess who provides them? But get this, Larry owns 98% of the Hawaiian island of Lanai. He bought an entire island for $300 million and turned it into his personal paradise. We're talking about a man who literally owns an island with resorts, beaches, and his own private airport. Ellison is also obsessed with sailing and has spent hundreds of millions on America's cup racing teams. His yachts are so advanced they use the same technology as Formula One race cars. When you have $363 billion, you can turn your hobbies into full-scale engineering projects. But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepares you for number 1. And at number 1, the richest person on planet Earth. Elon Musk, with an absolutely incomprehensible $471 billion. Musk didn't just build one revolutionary company, he built several. Tesla revolutionized electric vehicles. SpaceX is making space travel routine. Neuralink is developing brain-computer interfaces. And the Boring Company is digging tunnels under cities. But here's what makes Elon different from every other billionaire. He's literally trying to make humanity a multiplanetary species. While others buy islands, Musk wants to colonize Mars. His Starship project is designed to carry 100 people to Mars at a time, and he's dead serious about building a city there. And let's not forget, he bought Twitter for $44 billion and turned it into X, because apparently running multiple companies worth hundreds of billions wasn't enough. The man literally works 16-hour days across multiple industries simultaneously. With $471 billion, Elon Musk has more wealth than the GDP of most countries. His fortune could literally fund small nations for decades. And there you have it, the top 10 richest people on Earth right now. Combined, these 10 individuals control over $2.4 trillion in wealth. That's more money than the entire economy of India. But here's the crazy part. These rankings change constantly. Stock markets move, companies grow, and fortunes shift by billions every single day. Just last week, Larry Ellison briefly overtook Elon Musk as the richest person before falling back to number 2. So here's my question for you. Who do you think will be number 1 a year from now? Will Elon keep his crown, or will someone else climb to the top? Drop your predictions in the comments below. If you enjoyed diving into the world of extreme wealth, smash that like button, subscribe for more weekly billionaire updates, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest rankings. And don't forget to check out our video next week on the youngest billionaires in the world. Some of these fortunes will shock you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.